go into our agency. We thank you. We pray in God's name, and thank you so much for all you do for us. Amen.
I want to welcome everyone, special guest Boyd Barker. I introduced you yesterday. I was so excited to introduce you, and then I looked around and realized that you weren't here, Boyd. We are really excited you're here today. Thank you for joining us again. Want to go ahead and recognize Danette to call the roll.
Dennis Gardner. Here. Angie Box. Bill Cox. Here. Connie King. Here. Chad Baker. James Stroud. Bill Swan. Here. Kent Woods. Here. Brian McLaren. Here. Tony Sanders. Here. Kurt Holbert. Here. Jeff Cook. Here. Jamie Woodson.
Here.
Chairman, we have a quorum.
Excellent. With that, we'll move into our business. I do have one announcement as I'm checking my calendar to ensure I've got the correct date. Members, after thoughtful reflection over the course of the last 12 hours, we will not be having a budget meeting on the day of the eclipse. We appreciate all of the conversations and folks sharing schedules, and we may have to go for a third round, but August 14th, 7:30 a.m., there will be, it's a Monday, be a budget meeting, working really hard to accommodate the schedules of the members of the Budget Committee. And again, want to reiterate, any member of commission who would like to, I think there'll be very helpful information and a preview and discussion of the full budget proposal at that time, and would welcome any member of the commission to be a part of that conversation. But wanted to make that quick announcement. 7:30 in the morning. Okay. Great. Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you, Commissioner. Okay, so we will make sure that you all receive an email with that information and any pre-reads that will be helpful ahead of time. With that, we'll go ahead, and if you all have received in your packets a copy of the minutes, if I would certainly welcome a motion for approval of the minutes.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Cook, second by Commissioner Holbert. Is there discussion on the minutes? Seeing none, all those in favor of approval of the minutes say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. You adopt. Okay, members, what we'll do now is move straight into, as you'll recall, we had committee meetings yesterday. The one committee which took action that requires commission approval is the Budget Committee. And so with that, I'll recognize Chairman Holbert on the budget expansion that was passed by the committee.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. I don't see Pandy here. There's no need bringing that up again.
Probably a good idea just to make sure that it's in the record about what the expansion is. So if not her, then perhaps Ken could.
Is there somebody here? Bobby, if you want to do it.
We wore Pandy out yesterday. She had to testify for so long. She needed to sleep in this morning.
Thank you, Chairman Holbert. So yesterday, the agency recommended budget expansion for the conservation of the Sequatchie Cave Natural Area Stormwater Project for $52,500. All money was Section 6 federal money matched by TDEC.
Thank you. Madam Chairman, the Budget Committee met, and we recommend passage of the budget expansion for the conservation of the Sequatchie Cave project.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Holbert moves the budget expansion. Second by Commissioner Cook and colleagues. Any discussion? Any comments from the public or audience? With that, we'll call the vote. All those in favor of the budget expansion for Sequatchie Cave Natural Area Stormwater Project, say aye. Opposed, no. You adopt. That, thank you very much. I'll recognize Ken Tarkington with the financial report.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. In your, or on your iPad, you should have a three-page budget report, reporting through the month of May of 17. And at the top, at the top of the first page is the boating income fund. We're approximately 15% behind during, at the same point in time last year. During the conversion of the new contractor, there were some renewals that went out late. And
Excuse me, can you put it on the screen? We're having trouble with our iPads accessing the.
Sure.
And we talked about at the last meeting being able to have it for the people who are viewing at home to be able to see it too.
maybe the answer is, do we have an answer? Do we have an answer they want to hear?
I can give it a shot.
Sorry, Jason.
I'll have a minor technical delay, so just mill about smartly. We'll be able to get it up.
Would y'all want to move on to something else? Let me go make copies and bring them back?
I
How
think
would that
that's a
be?
great idea,
Okay.
certainly.
We talked about having it on.
Absolutely, we're good. We'll make sure we'll have it, absolutely. Okay, with that, well, given that actually, what we'll actually need to do then is the financial report won't require action, correct? It's merely for information for the entire commission, and without objection, we can adjourn the commission meeting and go into the budget committee, and then when they're ready for that information, we can get a financial report as part of the budget presentation. Does that work for everybody?
Yes.
Excellent. Without objection, we're gonna adjourn the Tennessee Fish and Wildlife Commission meeting and go into the budget committee. And as I mentioned before, one of the things that I think will be so very important is getting a full understanding of all of the moving parts of the budget, and as the agency has worked through their priorities to make a recommendation to this commission, while it is not completely final, that will be the discussion of the August 14th Budget Committee meeting. As much information that is shareable at this moment, so that members can begin to not only take the foundational components of the budget, got a lot of new folks, and candidly, I think even folks who've been on the commission for a while will really benefit from fresh knowledge of this information, and will certainly be shared with our colleagues who are traveling today as well. But wanted you all to have that opportunity, and we can go ahead and do that, and then later we'll make sure that we have the financial reports shared.